into the PHNX Suns pregame show, brought to you by our friends at the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I'm Lindsey Smith. That's Saul Bookman. That's Espo. And guys, we're going to do a quick, in case you missed it, to start the show. Because
the hour we did earlier wasn't enough?
But it feels like it's been the longest day ever. So much has gone down today around the Phoenix Suns and the NBA. So just in case you happen to miss it, the Phoenix Suns made some moves at the trade deadline. They traded Jalen Smith and a future second-round pick to the Pacers in exchange for Torrey Craig. Then they acquired Aaron Holiday from the Wizards in exchange for cash considerations. They also waived Abdul Nader and released Justin Jackson. So now that you're all caught up.
R.I.P. Walmart Devin Booker.
Sorry, Mr. Jackson, you've been caught.
You guys encourage this dumb shit. I'm telling you, it's your fault.
Warming up his vocal cords because
he started with the dog bark, and now he's like,
hey, you said dogs. I just want about that. How
Josh,
is everything? Look, we got to do this, DJ Father. We got to say goodbye to our friend Sticks in proper fashion.
Before you do that, let me just say, Tashi said, first time here, go Suns. What's up, everybody? Tashi, we apologize for what's about to happen.
You are in for a treat, young lady.
Just know this is the first and last time that you'll have to listen to this, okay?
We'll write a new one.
We'll see.
For this particular one.
Yeah,
are you ready?
Spin that shit. Let's go.
Do it.
DJ Father on the beat.
Yeah. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Sticks kid.
What?
A million different basketball skills that he can play with. From dunks to blocks to long-range shots. He's the greatest big man there is.
Say what?
I don't want to grow up because maybe if I did, I wouldn't be a Sticks kid. What? First and last live performance of Sticks kid. Jalen, the Walmart came work. We love you, man. Good luck wherever we traded him to. The Pacers. That's right. I'm sorry you have to go to Indiana, dude. I apologize. That's almost as bad as the song.
Yeah.
We like Jalen.
I did.
We do like Jalen.
Yeah.
Good kid. Just he just was not a good fit right here, and he'll be on to bigger and better opportunities in Indiana and maybe somewhere else after that.
Yeah.
No, and there's no song for Pyramid Poppy. I'm sorry. Walmart, Devin Booker did not get a tribute song tonight. So
yeah, hopefully, like you said, hopefully Jalen sticks really well over there, gets more minutes, the ability to really kind of just work on his game and develop more. And then Abdul Nader, hopefully he can get healthy and find himself back on a team sooner rather than later, find a place where he can contribute. I know it's like, yes, on one hand, you're excited because the Suns got better. But on the other hand, you have to remember, like, these are human beings we're talking about. And it is always unfortunate when somebody loses their job. Even if they make
Nobody lost their job.
Well, Abdel did.
Abdul Nader lost his job.
Not everybody lost their job.
Jalen got a different job.
Yeah.
By the way, the saddest part of that performance was I literally had to read the lyrics off my iPad. I could not remember that.
DJ Father, can you please make the screen a little bit bigger so my blind eyes can actually see what the comments are? Thank you. I appreciate that.
Have you heard from Drake since this drop? Sean wants to know.
Yeah, I actually am collabing with Drake on his next album. So
Tashi said, I have heard this song.
It brought her here.
It
brought her here.
There you go.
Tashi, thank you. DJ Father and I are so proud to have you here live for that performance.
Oh my gosh. That's fantastic. So I called Gerald a couple minutes ago because I wanted to make sure.
What'd you call him? Girth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Anyways.
Like, that's exactly what I would call Gerald. Because I wanted to make sure that I had this, like, understood correctly, because I feel like I'm seeing on Suns Twitter, we're still a little confused about if we make a play in the buyout market, do we have the roster space? So basically, Abdul Nader had to be cut in order to create space for Aaron Holiday. So that was just like a 1-for-1. Justin Jackson was just kind of a separate thing, but I believe that has nothing to do with moving forward our roster space. So if we do make any moves in the buyout market, we would have to waive somebody else as well.
You up next, Elfrid Payton.
So likely it would be somebody like Elfrid Payton or Frank Kaminsky who.
You shut your mouth about Frank.
I am not I'm not trying to push anybody out off the boat. I'm just
Lindsay's
saying.
like, I hate guys losing their job, but Frank's next.
I love
R.I.P. Kaminsky.
I would never. But those two are more likely to be in the conversation of that if the Suns do end up playing.
And it's unfortunate because there's another guy on that roster that probably deserves to be cut more than those two, but we shall not name him right now.
Yeah. Bam said, will Aaron play tonight? No. I don't think anybody who was moved today will be playing tonight.
Well, the deal is official through the league, so technically they could.
They could,
but there's no way humanly possible any of those guys got to Phoenix unless they knew way ahead of time before that deal was announced.
And I want to say Monty would have shared that information pregame. Maybe he wouldn't, but I would like to. Did
anybody directly ask him?
I know, but you could tell he was upset.
Well, of course.
You know what I mean? He has an attachment to these players.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Abdel Nader might be his son based on how he played him after being out for 3 months in the playoffs. So he might be related is what I'm wondering. Everybody just cringes.
I'm just biting my tongue because I want no part of this by association.
Yeah, right? We're not going to... Anyway,
just ignore him over there, please.
So that's just kind of your quick 5-minute refresher on what all went down today as far as trades go with the Phoenix Suns. We will keep you updated if we hear anything else, and of course, share news as it comes in.
I made the Sun joke because I read a stat about Doc Rivers that he's now traded his own son Austin and his son-in-law Seth Curry in his career as a personnel man. So that was where the joke came from, all right?
He's all about winning.
He's ruthless, though.
He is. Well, actually, he's really smart. He gives these guys the bag and then makes him somebody else's problem. So really, it's just good business.
Like, listen, I'm just getting you paid, but then get off.
Exactly. Get the hell out of here.
You're not really that good, but I'm going to get you some money.
Whatever you got to do to take care of your family, I guess, right? All right, so there is a game tonight. So even though we've had so much go on already today, we still have a game in front of us. So the Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks will face off for the first time since their NBA Finals showdown. This is going to be an exciting game. I know there's a lot of anticipation around this one. And earlier today on Twitter, this is a fun little nugget of information that RYB_311 on Twitter shared. So
the most trusted source.
Yeah, the most trusted source.
It must be true.
But still, it is. That NBA Finals series saw, obviously, Giannis and Book score 40 points twice, each of them. 40 points twice in that series. And fun fact, that was the only finals in NBA history that had two opposing players score 40 points twice. So some big numbers from some really talented guys out there in that matchup. Maybe we'll see some really big numbers from them again here tonight.
I'd imagine so because it's national television. It's a rematch of the finals. Both teams added a little something around the fringes of the roster, so it probably adds a little bounce in their step. I'm ready to see some high caliber basketball tonight between these two. And Book and Giannis both are fired up to go head to head again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, last time we saw Devin Booker against the Bucks, he was looking at them celebrating and uttered the words, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was disappointed. We were all disappointed. I cannot believe for a single second that Devin Booker hasn't thought about that day every single day since then. He's going to be ready to go. The Suns are going to be ready to go. They know what their shortcomings were against this Bucks team, who's largely the same team, and they're going to be ready. Let's go.
Look, I've had some people say, who the hell cares? It's just a regular season game. Let's be honest. It means a little something more, right? The TNT factor in it, but also it is the first time you're taking on this team since you were up 2-0 and you got backdoor swept. So this means something a little bit more to the Suns tonight than a random Thursday night game against the Pelicans, all right?
Yeah.
Listen,
if you want to poo-poo all over this game, then you really don't care about the regular season at all. Like, there's 5 marquee matchups every season that you really, really look forward to. This has been circled on the calendar for a long time. We're in the second half of the season already. You're going to get up because this is kind of a playoff preview whether we play them in the finals or not. You're going to get ready for this. This is going to give you an identity in terms of like we've seen the Suns play some teams that have struggled or have missed a few guys or whatever. This game, no excuses. Everybody's ready to go. It's kind of a litmus test to find out where you're really at.
Yeah, and that's the way that they're kind of approaching it. Like Chris Paul at shoot around today said, listen, it's not necessarily a quote unquote finals rematch in the sense of the same things are not on the line in this game.
Yeah.
There's some changes to these teams slightly anyway, but it is kind of a measuring stick for them. It's something where they can say, okay, if something bad happens tonight, then we need to put some emphasis into those areas or focus on that, because this is the type of team that we're going to be facing later on down the road when things really do matter.
Absolutely. You made moves specifically to kind of shore up some of those shortcomings that you had in the finals.
Yeah.
JaVale McGee, being one of those. You want to see how that actually plays out against that team tonight. And, hey, listen, if we can get a 40-piece from both Giannis and Devin Booker, a triple-double by CP3, and a nice little eye gouge for Bobby Portis, I'd be happy. He's got the biggest eyes in the league. How does he not have?
You need two players to eye gouge him, though. It's not like one guy can do that.
Every time I see Bobby Portis, I think somebody's like
Not
right behind me
associated with
about
the
to
two of
stab
them
me in the
right
back.
now.
He looks like the eye emoji, the big. Yeah, that's what they based him off of.
What's that? What's that animal or the monster from Monsters Inc?
That one, the
my
Roger
God.
Rabbit, when the guy that Christopher Lloyd plays with the giant eyes. Yeah, there's all sorts of things.
He always
you can
looks
look at with
surprised.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Bobby Portis?
Oh no, whoever
Oh.
you were talking about.
You don't remember Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the villain?
I mean, that was like
Was it-
86.
No, it was 90 something. Thank you. Very
No, it
much.
was 80.
I've heard
No, it
of
was
Roger
90
Rabbit,
something.
but I can't picture a face at all in my
I'm gonna
head.
say it was 91.
I have no
This is-
idea.
This is what you come to the PHNX Suns pregame show
Mike
for:
Wazowski?
debates about freaking Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
But yeah, at the end of the day, this is gonna be a very similar
Boom.
game to
Ah,
what is it? What
Damn,
is it?
88.
Can you see the
88.
picture though?
Oh, I don't have a picture. It
Oh,
just
okay.
has
I'll find it. I'll find it.
But yeah, this is going to be a really similar game to, what is today, Thursday? Tuesday night. So against 76ers, first time they're seeing them in the season, a tough matchup, a lot of intensity, and a lot of eyeballs on this one too. So hopefully the Phoenix Suns crowd is loud and brings the energy tonight. Hopefully the guys are rested from that road trip and just are feeling good and a little bit feisty coming into this one.
Yep. Let's go.
All right, let's take a look and see what our friends at the DraftKings Sportsbook app think about tonight's game. Espo, do you want to break this one down for us?
2.5 points. Did you want more? The Suns are a 2.5 point favorite at home.
He's trying to find a
Against
picture
the
of Roger
Bucks.
Rabbit over here.
I'm busy, Lindsay.
I'm sorry.
busy, damn it.
She's like,
Sorry.
Espo, you want to take it from here? He looks up. He goes, yeah, 2.5 points. And he
He's like,
looks back
listen,
down.
I got more important things to do, like prove to you that you know who Roger Rabbit is.
No, which look, that's a 2.5 points is what you give the home team when it's basically even. So again, DraftKings is looking at this going a fairly even game. So
Yeah. What do you guys pick for tonight's game? I had Suns by 3.
I have Suns by 6.
6. That's
Yeah.
a solid number.
I have
Yeah.
Suns by 4. So we have,
And the only reason why I picked 6 was because they lost in 6 games, and I want revenge.
Oh.
I picked 4 because that was the number of games they lost in a row.
So you guys just like what's the situation here? Y'all just
never
we're
forget.
sad.
Never forget.
my
Let's go.
goodness.
By the way, Alex says, I'm just here for the Saul and Espo bromance. The Suns chat is a bonus.
Bro, did you see what Saul tweeted out today? How he texted Espo, "Hey baby."
You tweeted that out?
That shit was funny.
Dude walks starts laughing.
I was like,
and-
I just saw an E, and I just said, hi, baby. I was trying to send it to my wife, and then as soon as I looked down, I just started laughing.
Did
I
you
was
send a
like,
screenshot in there?
Yeah,
with
and then
my
Espo responded
Yeah.
and said, "Hey
Oh,
sexy."
God. My stuff's out
I
on the
wasn't gonna
lawn
leave
when
that
I get
part
home
out.
tonight. Thanks, Saul.
It's a bromance without the B, says Fabio. Y'all just love each other. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So Metal Mike has Suns by 4. Fabio has Suns by 11 because of Pyramid Poppy. Amanda has Suns by 5. Ernesto, Suns by 4. Hello said I picked 3 because Bucks had a big 3. So, I mean, I feel like everyone except for Fabio with 11 is pretty much in that same kind of range. So we're all kind of feeling the same vibes from tonight's game. Hopefully, at the end of the day, it is a Suns W because no matter what the score is, that's all that really matters is you get the W on that one.
Nice, Bam.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
All right.
man.
Caught our Suns by 7.
No comment.
So,
Shane, do
things...
you check your messages during the show? You go check your Slack. Anyway.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Oh, boy. Okay. 2 things before we move on to some other topics that we've got. 1, first field goals club. Who you taking?
In honor of Jalen Smith, I'm going to take the starting center, DeAndre Ayton, to score the first bucket since Jalen Smith is a center. So.
Okay. Saul?
I'm going with the Jay Crowder chain.
I think I'm going to go Jay Crowder as well on this one. And then another little nugget that I want to share with all of you guys and the Cove Crazies. DraftKings sent me an odds boost today.
What?
So if Shane also got it. So if you guys haven't checked your app recently, you might have one in there. So just go peek and see if you were one of the lucky people who got that and take advantage of that. So you can basically win some free money because most of the time I feel like it's just like a no-brainer kind of bet. So just want to keep it.
I haven't deposited money in a while, and they offered me 25% bonus on any deposit I make.
There you go.
So here goes the mortgage payment for this month.
Oh, boy.
Don't tell
your
the
wife's
missus
going to be real
or my
upset.
father. By the way, did you see what Manuel's pick was?
No. What
he
did
said
Manuel
Suns
say?
by the distance between Saul and Espo's hearts.
So nothing.
So Suns by 96 tonight.
Okay, we're going to move on to a few random topics. First and foremost,
as if they haven't been random.
The facts are always random. The NBA All-Star draft happened. So we've got Devin, who's going to be playing for Team KD, Chris Paul, who will be playing for Team LeBron, which will be coached by Monty Williams. The one positive out of having them both on separate teams is the low-key tampering reaches more players.
That's fair. The recruitment is full.
Right, exactly.
Both locker rooms covered. I like that.
Yeah.
I also love that the NBA has decided to pit their 2 biggest stars in any given year against each other in a live televised draft, which led to some of the best, most awkward television I've ever seen today, as LeBron strategically refused to select James Harden until the very last moment when he had the last pick, and KD just kept acting like he did not realize James Harden was on the board.
But like the way that they did it too was just like the acting was chef's kiss. They held it together fairly well considering all of the factors. At least KD did.
And the Lakers just signed LeBron's clipboard to a 10-day contract.
Yeah,
he was the best supporting player LeBron's had all season in that whole thing. But my favorite part of that draft, who was the first reserve off the board?
Devin
Armani Booker. And LeBron was pissed when KD took him.
I'm sure. I would be too. Devin is a hot commodity, and he has a lot of respect from the players around the league. So it's not a surprise. It's just hopefully sometime soon that respect from the players will kind of trickle over to everybody else around Devin.
Shane, can you hit that? Is that not Bobby Portis right there?
God.
Is that not Bobby Portis? Come on.
Let's put a headband on him in a Bucks jersey.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Shane.
Saul, do you have any thoughts at all on the NBA All-Star draft?
No, not really. It's just like, I mean, it's cool to fill up the time, but I was just like, okay, cool. My favorite part was actually the halftime of the Wizards-Nets game when Charles Barkley called Kyrie Irving half man, half a season. I just thought that was pretty funny.
Charles was throwing jabs left and right in today's show. Like he even said with because LeBron was like, is he gonna play? Is he what's going on? Is he hurt?
Like, no, don't worry, he's gonna put some icy hot on there. He's gonna be ready to go.
He's like, he got traded. He's fine now.
Yeah, for sure.
KD had been pretty straight faced through most of it.
He broke a
cracked
little
on
bit
that.
there.
He
Yeah.
broke on that, where like he appreciated that even though he wasn't supposed to. Although, did you hear the Ernie Johnson thing too? Where
Oh my God.
he goes, welcome Black to the,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they did not let him live that
Or
down the
see
whole
you
show.
Black in Cleveland. That's
Yeah.
what
No,
he
he
said,
kept
right?
going. No,
He said that too, yeah.
Well, he said, welcome Black to the.
Oh, so that
to
was
the-
like a
That's
okay.
what started it.
That's
And
hilarious.
he tried to
I
gloss
missed the
over it.
first one.
And Barkley and Kenny and Shaq wouldn't let him.
My
live it
goodness,
down,
that's
so.
funny. I didn't hear the first one. That's good that they were able to like give him a little bit of grief for that
Yeah.
one the whole entire time. All right, so there's your update on NBA All-Star Weekend and what Chris Paul and Devin Booker will be doing as far as who they'll be playing for. Now we're going to talk about Cam Payne, because even though Cam Payne has been sidelined for a little while,
Do we have the audio?
we do have the audio. He
Sweet.
made some waves the other day on Twitter Spaces with some shenanigans. Shane, you want to play this?
What's up? What's up, Cam? You accepted the speaker request, bro.
Damn right I did. We the number one team in the world, and you worried about the fucking Lakers. They the worst team in the West, and you worried about us.
Oh, you coming to pack us up? Hey, this is a recorded space, man. So what I hear you saying, Cam, is that you're not worried about LeBron and nobody hearing this.
That's fine. They can hear it, bro. That's cool, bro. We respect the Lakers. We respect every team in the NBA.
Bro, listen. I love the fact that it came in hot until the fact that he realized that it was recorded. Then he was like, oh yeah, but I love the swag, but bro, you got to keep going. You can't just let him now, because now LeBron knows. Everybody knows like that you talk shit. Like if you're going to talk shit, you got to talk shit. You can't talk shit and then half talk shit.
Look,
like you're either all in or all out.
Campaign talked shit during that series though too last year. Like it's not like LeBron's surprised that Campaign's talking shit. You know, it's not like Cam Johnson went on there and did that. I'm pretty sure they might be shocked that quiet, sweet baby angel Cam Johnson would be talking that shit. But Campaign runs his mouth during it. But apparently he had got somebody was bad mouthing Campaign on that Spaces right before he accepted the invite to talk. So he basically was. I think Cam tweeted out, you didn't record the whole thing in reference to you didn't record the guy basically ripping on him too. So
I see. Okay. I mean, it's still kind of funny. I don't have a
it's
problem with him
hilarious.
saying that at all, because it's true.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, it's true. There's so many people who are worried about the Lakers, and it's like, why are you worried about the Lakers when the Suns are the best team in the
Josh
league?
is right, because remember they were talking shit, and then LeBron was like, basically told him to stay humble.
That's right.
And Cam got kind of quiet. So I'm feeling like this is kind of the same thing that just happened. It's like, all right, well, again, once the cat's out of the bag, you might as well just ride with it, because there's no turning back after that.
Yeah, it's not like LeBron feels better when he goes, oh yeah, we respect all our opponents.
I mean, listen, you can still have respect for every other team and player in the NBA and still feel the same way.
You can't sit there and be like, man, those motherfuckers are trash. Oh, but we respect everybody in the league. Those two cannot live in the same world together. You either think they're dog shit or you don't. It can't be both.
No, I disagree. I disagree, because you can have respect for your opponent, knowing that if you don't show up and play your game, you're still likely going to get your butt kicked, even if they are trash. Look how many times that happened to the Phoenix Suns when the Suns were trash.
But you wouldn't say they were trash. If you legitimately thought that they were trash, you would think that they had no chance in beating you. And right now, there's nobody in the NBA that thinks the Lakers can beat them.
You're going to tell me that when the Suns were straight up trash, there weren't players on other teams who said the Suns were trash and then lost to them when they took the night off against the Suns?
1,000,000%.
So then they coexist.
Nobody ever thought that they were going to lose to the Suns.
So then they coexist.
No, after the game, they're like, I can't believe we lost to those bum-ass motherfuckers right there. That's what they would say. Fucking Espo?
Because they didn't have enough respect to play up for the Suns.
Exactly.
So
That's
they
my
have
point.
to coexist so you don't get your butt kicked by a trash team.
They don't have to coexist. You think those dudes are trash, then they're trash. That's it. You don't have to respect them. If you screw up and lose, you can still think that they're trash and you just had a bad day. You don't have to respect them at all.
Ahoy, hoy.
I think maybe you and I have different definitions of respect. Like, what is your definition of respect in this situation? For me, the respect is you respect the fact that even if they are trash in terms of NBA level basketball right now, they can still beat you because they're NBA level basketball players. I
don't think so. My level of respect is if I think you're trash, then there's no way in the world you could beat me. Period. Like I'm not even gonna concede the fact that you might be able to beat me.
Well, then you can't call anybody in the NBA trash then. Because anybody could beat anybody on any given night if somebody decided not to show up and play.
Think. That's not how players think. They don't think anybody can beat me on any given night. If they think that they're going to be on their A game, which every player thinks that they're going to be on their A game every single night, like nobody can beat them. That's just it. Like I've never heard anybody lose to somebody that they got upset by and sit there and be like, yeah, they were really good tonight. No, in their heart of hearts, they know, man, I can't believe we let that bum fucking beat us. That's exactly how they feel.
Yeah, because they don't respect the fact that those bums can beat them.
Cam doesn't respect them.
But that's my point. They have to coexist because Cam has to respect them, or if Cam and his team takes the night off, the Lakers could beat the Suns.
If he legitimately felt that way, he would have never said what he said.
Oh my God.
Is anybody injured tonight?
Did we skip? I thought we did that already. Did we skip that?
No, Lindsay, we didn't do the injury report at all.
Lindsay, do you both hate and respect Saul and I?
Yes.
Okay.
It's your trash, Espo.
Anyway.
I don't disagree.
Anyway.
You guys keep doing that. I have to take nights off.
We're clearly not going to reach an agreement point here, so we may as well call it a day.
Listen, I'm the only one on this fucking podcast that will even challenge Lindsay, so that's okay. Every now and then it's fine.
I just don't want to get shanked.
I know. I'm not worried. I've been shanked before.
She's going to cut fingers off. Like, this is dangerous.
It's hard out in these streets in Cordis.
Saul, don't worry.
In Cordis Junction, Arizona.
Saul, don't worry.
What is that?
I'll walk
up way up north, and that's where I grew up.
Oh, that's where you grew up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so we both came from really
bum ass
places.
Oh yeah.
Saul, I'll walk you to your car tonight. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Espo.
All right. Well, we should take a look at the injury report since I completely skipped over that one. And Saul and I are never going to agree on this one. So on the Phoenix Suns side, Cam Payne, Landry Shamet per the usual. On the Bucks side, you got Brooke Lopez, George Hill, both out. Grayson Allen, last time I saw, was probable.
He's also trash.
As of right now, there's probably an answer out there, but we've been live for a minute, so I don't really know. But he was listed as probable.
I hope he's not playing because that means Devin Booker and CP3 are in danger of having some punk ass shit happen to him tonight.
Yeah,
why is everybody saying that shit? Stop.
Because Grayson Allen's
Just stop. Punk. If something happens tonight, I completely will lose my shit on somebody. I promise you.
I hope it will
because
be
everybody in the
Grayson
chat
Allen.
is talking about how that's going to happen, and I'm like, why would you even put that in the? We all know he's a dirty piece of shit. Like, we don't need to point it out, because if you point it out, then karma's going to get us, and I don't want that to happen.
Okay, so then we won't mention it anymore.
Thank you.
And
maybe we'll
get
just
lucky.
Keep
Keep our fingers crossed.
And Grayson Allen will pack up and go to Cancun. So
maybe. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, we are just a few minutes away from tip-off. So any final thoughts? Espo, you never chimed in on the campaign thing. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I love campaign doing that. Ring of Honor is, what a few people in the chat said. Not anybody that tells the Lakers that they suck and is willing to do it publicly, you are good in my books. So,
Saul, anything else on your end for this game?
No.
No.
I both hate and respect both of your takes. All right.
Fair. Do they coexist at the same time?
I don't know. I'm not getting in this shit.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to the pregame show. Don't forget, we'll be right back here after this one wraps up. So be sure to come hang out with us then. Until then, you can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_Suns. You can follow me at Lindsey Smith AZ. You can follow Saul at Saul_Bookman. And of course, you can follow Espo at Espo.
Ahoy, hoy.